Krásné poledne, dobrý den. Vítejte u natáčení 112. digitu. Jmenuji se Petr Mára.
Ahoj.
Ahoj. Dneska máme speciální díl, máme tady speciálního hosta, Danielu Rubio, která by vám chtěla ukázat, jak iPad může pomoci nevidomým lidem, respektive jak nevidomí lidé mohou používat iPad pro to, aby mohli dělat běžné věci, jako děláme my. A proč chci, aby tady tahle věc byla, je to, že řada lidí, když vidí iOS 7, tak si myslí, že jediná změna, která tam byla, byly ikonky. Jo, že se lidem nelíbí ikonky, ale co je pro mě hrozně zajímavé a důležité je to, jak iOS 7 přináší různé nové vlastnosti, funkce z hlediska zpřístupnění, z hlediska accessibility. Takže třeba VoiceOver, čili to, že iPad s vámi komunikuje hlasem, je jedna z funkcí, která je tam rozvinutá do určitých šíří a byl bych rád, kdyby nám to Daniela ukázala. Daniela bude mluvit v angličtině, my se když budeme snažit některé pojmy nebo věci dovysvětlit, protože VoiceOver se ovládá tím způsobem, že iPad držíte v ruce a tím, jak hýbete prstem doleva doprava, tak přecházíte na ikonky, což tady uvidíte, jak bude vždycky nějaká ikonka označena. Když ji chcete zvolit, tak na ní musíte dvakrát klepnout. A ten iPad vám zpětně říká, čeho se dotýkáte, jakou ikonku jste zvolili. A Daniela vám ukáže, jak používá iPad pro běžné činnosti. So Daniela, welcome. Thank you for coming to Prague.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here with all of you.
Cool. I would like to ask you to show us a few features how we are using VoiceOver. You show us in the main room how you are working with Safari, you know, how you are working with camera and other things. So
I can't listen.
Do we have audio? Máme audio z iPadu?
Notif 12:10.
Okay.
Sunday unlock button.
There we go.
Unlock.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we can definitely see
It's
it.
working.
Now, well, VoiceOver actually is a feature which allows blind users to use a touch screen, and it's the first
Maps.
gesture-based screen reader. And what we can do is actually explore the screen.
Calendar. Videos.
And it will
Notes.
tell us what's
iTunes
under
Store.
our finger, or we could
App Store.
scan it
Settings. Page 1
with-
dock. Page setting. App Store. iTunes Store. Newsstand.
with specific
Game Center.
gestures.
Photo booth.
So there's a lot to do with VoiceOver gestures.
Dock. Mail. 280 unread messages. Safari.
We could go to Safari. And
Safari. Back. Button.
we have
Reader
a page
available.
here
Prague Castle and Hradčany.
about the Prague Castle. And there's a very interesting accessibility feature that
Constructed in the 9th century by AirPlay Active. Bookmarks. New tab. Selected. Prague. Selected.
that's the reader.
Button.
This is the
Reader.
page, how it's
Prague.
shown actually.
CC. Link. In bookmarks.
And
New reader. Button.
the reader makes it
Selected.
visible for
Prague
us.
Castle and Hradčany.
so we can navigate by
Handwriting. Characters. Handwriting. Words.
words,
Prague. Castle. And Hradčany. Lines.
by lines.
Prague Castle and Hradčany. Heading. Prague Castle is the most popular site visited in Prague. Link.
So, or even
Handwriting. Speech rate. Headings. Heading not found. Prague Castle and Hradčany. Heading level 1.
so it makes it very simple and intuitive to work with gestures
AirPlay active.
and
Status
search
bookmarks.
in the
Button.
internet. If we
AirPlay
wanted
active.
to,
Status bar back forward.
sorry,
iCloud AirPlay active. New tab. Back forward. Share. Bookmark. iCloud tab. New tab. Selected. Reader.
if we
Reader.
wanted to
Prague.
see, for example,
CC.
the links in the
1213.
page,
Barcelona. Links. Prague. CC. Link. Image. All about Prague. Link.
we
Image.
could go even
Jump
by
new.
links.
Ask.
So basically,
Link.
you are just going from one link to another.
Yes, we can jump. With VoiceOver features allows us to jump from one element to another. So it makes easy to search
Basic
the
Prague
web
info. Link.
and
Image.
and to browse it in a very productive way.
Okay,
AirPlay
I see.
active. Status bar item. Home.
When we met first time in Prague a few months ago, you told me a story that thanks to VoiceOver and iBooks, you were able to read a new book that was on the market.
Of course.
So can you show us how you
That's
can read books on the iPad?
YouTube.
That's incredible because
Education folder. 8 apps.
let's open iBooks
Education.
here.
iBooks.
And this is
iBooks.
biology book, by the way.
iBooks is loading.
And with VoiceOver and accessible books that can be produced for the iBook
Animal
platform,
bodies.
we can read the same books that
Page 70.
everybody's reading.
Forms
This
arose.
is a textbook.
Evolutionary developmental biology. Evo Devo. Offer. Handwriting.
Of course,
Lowercase.
we can
characters.
also read by words.
Review 14.1.
We can collaborate.
Question 2. Selected. B. Night A. C. Previous question. Clear answer. Next question.
We can
Question 3 of
collaborate.
4. Question 3 of 4. Drag and drop the labels to match the anatomical location. A tiger has labels at
We
its
can
head,
even- we
ribs,
can even-
back, image, 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 image.
Let's take
Question 2 of 4. Question 2 of 4. Question 1 of
This
4.
one is better.
Image, image, image. Question 1 of 4. Question 1 of 4. Drag and drop a label to identify the symmetry of the organism.
You
Targets
see,
are starfish,
the,
jellyfish, bony fish,
the images
and
are
sponge.
perfectly accessible.
Image. Target pentameric.
Okay, so the book is accessible, which means that
The world is
you
filled with a
know
diversity
what's
of
in
animal
the image,
forms.
right? So
Yes.
the iPad reads it back to you.
Yes, I will show it to you.
Read at toolbar. Library. Button. Table of contents. Glossary. Table of contents. Button. Library. Table of note. Table of brightness. Search. Book. Chapter 14. Animal bodies. Outline. 14 period 1. The unity and diversity of 14 period 2. How to make an animal.
This one, for
14
example, has a
period library.
description image.
Button. Section 2. How to make an animal. The section opening image shows a staining technique pioneered in the laboratory of Dr. Jeff Lichtman that colors each neuron in this cluster of rat brain neurons with different hues. The result is called a rainbow. The section
So,
opening
as you can see, the images are totally described, and VoiceOver reads these tags for a blind user to be able of interacting with textbooks, with books for pleasure, and we have them right away as any other reader in the world. So this is an amazing, and VoiceOver makes it possible as well as the book itself that must be accessible.
Okay, I see. So when I'm preparing the book, in accessibility features, I can add those kind of notes to an image.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
helps you to understand the book.
And it is there in iBook software, so anybody
Education.
who wants to create content can make it accessible right away with no special learning in accessibility. It's just there. And I really, every blind user gets very excited when we listen VoiceOver talk about an image and also about pictures.
I see. Okay, let's try Siri and camera.
Well, Siri is a very nice feature. We all have it, but when using it as an accessibility tool, it really gives freedom and independence. Send a message to my father.
Okay, what do you want to say to Papi C?
Hello, comma. We are testing the iPad and the accessibility features, period. I will let you know how it went, exclamation mark.
Your message to Papi C says, hello, we are testing the iPad and the accessibility features. I will let you know how it went. Ready to send it?
Yes. So,
Okay, I'll send your message.
as you can see, Siri is a real helpful tool. We can do lots of things with it, and dictation intervened here too, which allows every user, not VoiceOver users only, to actually dictate a correctly formatted text with punctuation marks and all. So it's very, very powerful.
Okay.
And about the
WikiLinks.
camera, we are going to ask our friend Siri to open it for us. Open camera.
You don't seem to have an app
Oops.
named Kumru.
Listen. Open camera. There we go.
Camera. Viewfinder. Image.
So the camera is such an accessible feature that it can,
Auto-focused. Camera mode. Take picture.
we can
Button.
listen to a
Photo and video
podcast.
viewer. HDR off.
And the amazing thing about camera is that it can recognize when a face is centered on the view of the camera. Let's see if we can take someone here.
Okay, let's try me.
It's you.
One face. Small face. One face. Three faces. One face. Small face. Face near top edge.
So it is amazing.
Zero
It's really-
faces.
Let's see. Let's take
One
the
face.
picture.
Small face. Zero faces. One face. Small face. Face near top left edge.
So if we move the camera a little
Okay.
bit more,
Maybe now.
it will.
One face. Zero faces.
Oops, sorry.
One face.
I will
Small
move
face.
closer.
Face near top left edge.
There we go. So we can really make nice pictures if we wanted. Let's see.
One face. Small face. Face centered.
There we go. So we can take the picture, and it's
Zero
really-
faces.
There we go. And it's really, really nice how
Viewfinder.
it tells us, and we can
Education
tag.
folder. 8 app.
Okay, you're done. And we can even tag the pictures, so we know what is in the
Dropbox.
pictures.
Facebook. Page 1 of 2. Fake calendar.
We have a
Camera.
picture here.
Contacts. Clock. Calendar. Photos. 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 Albums. Albums. Edit. Page 1 of my photo strip. School.
We have
School.
a machine
Albums.
here.
Back bot. School.
It's the
Select.
picture.
Button. Page 1 of 1. Screenshot.
So
1 of 1.
this picture.
School. Alert.
Whoops.
AirPlay password. Enter the password for Apple TV. Secure.
Okay.
Text
I will take care of it.
is editing. Character. VoiceOver off.
Let's see.
Is the password?
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like always. Maybe I will ask you in the meantime, you are using Siri a lot of. Do you understand to Siri and understand to you?
Well, sometimes, of course, when there's a lot of noise and
VoiceOver on.
It can get
Photos.
tricky, but
1
it's-
of 1. School. Back
it
button.
really works perfectly, and yeah, it gives very straight directions.
1 of
This
1.
is the one,
Heading.
the
Button.
tag that I wanted to show you. There's an image. There's a screenshot that I took from the internet, so I tagged it.
Braille and Speak. A simple note taker made for blind users. It was helpful to accomplish certain tasks.
So
Crisp, bright, image.
it says that it's crisp and that it's bright. So a blind user can really have certain control of how the pictures look. So, and VoiceOver gives that possibility as well.
So you can actually create those tags or add those tags to images. Is that right?
Yes,
Braille and Speak. A simple edit. 1 of 1. Heading.
yes, we
School.
could, for example, yes,
1 of 1.
You don't need
School.
to do it right now, I'm
Back
just
button.
asking.
we can create it and save them in our device. So it will always, when we touch the picture, it will always say what's on it.
Okay. Yeah.
VoiceOver off.
So
VoiceOver on. Photos.
there is
1 of 1.
another app called TapTapSee.
Yeah,
And I think
talking
it's
about
really
pictures.
powerful. So if you are talking about pictures, could you show us?
Open TapTapSee. Now it's getting it.
Yeah.
Tap
There we
see.
go.
Take picture.
Well,
Button.
TapTapSee is those kind of apps I say that are specially designed for blind users, because there's a difference between, let's see, where's the bill? Between accessible apps that are made for all and apps specifically designed for us. And this is one of them. With the powerful camera features, what we can do is, oops, let's see if this will, there we go.
Take picture. Button. Picture 1 in progress.
I don't know if it's going to be weird. It's recognized the image for us, and it will help us to find tags and money and
Picture
bills.
1 is banknote 20.
Okay, this is a banknote, and now this is a bill. And now we are going to ask again.
Take picture. Button.
We focus the camera here.
Picture 2 in progress.
Let's see if it gets it. Because it's
Yeah, maybe we are too close.
yeah, maybe.
Let's try it once more.
Can you hold the bill for me?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Yeah, it's better.
Take picture. Button. Take picture. Take picture.
There we go. 4 or 5 pictures in a row. Okay.
Picture 2 is banknote.
It's a banknote, and it's not saying it's. Maybe it's the light.
Picture 3 is person holding 200 banknote.
Ah, person holding 200 banknote. Nice.
Picture
So,
1 is person holding 200 banknote.
so it really helps, and we use it
Home.
to have a very independent.
FaceTime.
You know, when I am trying to find out if I have a Coca-Cola or an orange soft drink, or for a letter that I receive, I use it very much because it really makes you be independent. And this is the combination between VoiceOver and a genius mind that created an image recognizer like this one.
This means you never drink Pepsi again. Always Coca-Cola.
Yeah, and it means that we don't need to ask for help every time we want to sort out something. This is the difference, as I always say, between being able of doing things by your own. It gives power. It gives power to be more productive and more professional and be more independent as a blind person. And I love to share it with as many people as I would, because there are great minds there creating apps that they're designed for all, and they never think that a blind person can use an iPad or an iPhone. And so when we tell them that it is possible, they start paying attention to accessibility, because it can give a real, it's for all, universal design.
Yeah, that's what I like about that, the iOS
Yeah.
and the iPad.
Yeah, so I think it's amazing. It's just, this is just starting. We are seeing the beginnings, and the Apple commitment in accessibility is changing lives, really, as you can just had a grasp this morning.
Yeah. Thank you, Daniela. We would like to really thank you for coming to Prague and showing us how you are using the iPad and the accessibility features.
I was enchanted, and thank you very much.
Thank
Hope
you.
you enjoyed it.
Thank you, definitely. Thank you.
Takže jo, dámy a pánové, my vám moc děkujeme za pozornost a jsme strašně rádi, že jsme vám mohli ukázat něco trošičku jiného. Je tady prostor pro dotazy, takže prosím.
Okay, yeah, that's my bank. Daniela, there is a question from a
Yes.
gentleman. Do other platforms have similar features like you just showed us on the iPad?
There are accessibility features. There are accessibility features in other platforms, but they are not built in. The main difference between other platforms and iOS is that right at the box, if you gave me an iPad in the box, I could set it up myself and go on with it. And the other platforms are not so stable because they put it on the top of the operating system, and iOS accessibility is built in the core, so it makes such a difference. I think that everything evolves, and what's amazing of this one is a real ecosystem, so it really works at the very beginning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Máme nějaké další tady dotaz?
Do you think that it's possible to use a VoiceOver for non-blind people, like me?
Excuse me, could you speak up a little bit?
If you know if it's possible to unblind people to use VoiceOver, if it's comfortable from your point of view?
For blind people to use VoiceOver?
Yeah.
Yes, it's absolutely intuitive. As you use your Apple devices, You find them nice and fun to use. It's the same with VoiceOver. There are even sound effects that let us know where we are on the screen, and it gives a real cool experience. Even for blind children, they get the idea very fast. Of course, everybody needs to learn a little bit, not just VoiceOver users, but every iPad user. And it's nice. It has sometimes the learning curve for adults, for blind adults, but once they get through it, it's just amazing how they go with VoiceOver, because it's something that is in the iPad, so it's not it goes on the background, VoiceOver. What they are really using is the whole experience. So that's the magic of VoiceOver.
Yeah, and what I saw in your demo a few hours ago, actually, if you got lost, you found a way how to get back on track. That's what I like about that, that even if you kind of get lost, you still know how to sort it out.
Yes, because of that sound effects, and because VoiceOver gives a blind person, it doesn't virtualize anything. It's the straight relationship with the space of the screen. So if you know where an icon is, you'll find it with VoiceOver immediately. And it has special gestures for when you get lost, to get to a known reference point. It's like a driver. If you get lost driving a car, you find something that you know, and from then you can keep on. And VoiceOver is like the same.
I like the analogy.
About the voiceover and the image description, is the voiceover so powerful that if you download a picture from the internet, I don't know, for instance, a house, is it so powerful it tells you it's a house? Or if you download a picture of the internet, the programmer who does the web page has to fill in, I don't know, some text about this is the house and this is the description of what the voiceover should say.
That's a very, very interesting question. And I can say yes to both of them, to both cases. Because as much as a web designer takes care of accessibility, we can just tap the picture and know what it is. Or we could download it and use image searcher like TapTapC or whatever, but it's not straight. When we take a picture with TapTapC, you saw that there was a person holding a bill. It's a real image, and the images that we find on the web must be described, because if not, well, for now, VoiceOver is not going to be able to tell us what's on a picture made of pixels. That's the difference between a real image and an image inside a web page or an app. So when I always speak to developers, I always say, describe your buttons and your images, because it helps VoiceOver, because VoiceOver will search for the tag always. If not, it will say just image.
Ještě jednou děkujeme za váš čas a ještě jednou bych rád zatleskal Daniele. Díky moc.
Díky.
Thank you, Daniela.